And here we are once again. Hello, everyone. This is Sam Besla, and I am going to talk today about personal branding. Okay, so personal branding for business owners, whether you run a small, medium, large business, whether you are a professional service provider, self employed, maybe a doctor, a lawyer, a consultant, a trainer, coach, or you are a professional working for other companies in any position, especially for the CXO positions, the leadership positions. Why building a personal brand for you today is so important, and how you can do that. And especially, I'm going to talk about how LinkedIn can be used for this purpose. I will also go through a couple of LinkedIn profiles live, right? I'll review the live profiles for you, and I'll share what exactly is missing in the profile and how you can improve, right from the headline to the profile picture to the banner image that you have to the summary, what should be written in the summary. And I'll also be discussing what kind of content that you should be producing and what are the five key steps that we use at Brand Samosa for our clients to build their brands, grow their network, generate leads for them. And what are the secrets that I used personally to grow my LinkedIn network from 4,000, just 4,000 to over 270,000 followers today. It took me about 2 years. I built multiple businesses on the back of it, expanded into various countries, and and personally made so many friends. I can't even tell you about that. Now, what it has done, of course, it generates leads, it gives you leverage, it gives you business. But the most important thing this personal branding thing does for you is it opens up opportunities for you. It creates a backup plan for you. It has a leverage. It builds a leverage for you. Using that leverage, you in fact can explore anything. I mean, it's always good to have choices, right? Now, unfortunately, I see a lot of people who are trying very hard to grow their businesses, to generate more leads, to get that job offer that they want. They want companies to run after them, or they run after companies to get jobs. Now, that's a very difficult situation. You always want companies to run after you for with job offers. You always want 4, 5, 7 companies in the back who you can anyways join. Now, those are the important aspects of personal branding, but there are many more things that I'm going to talk about today. So, first of all, welcome everyone who is listening to me right now, and I would love if you can write in the comment section. Let me know what you do. Right? That's very important for me always. I want to understand what is it that you're doing, and what is the business, what is the work that you do, and from where are you watching me, right? You can write the city's name, and that's it, your profession and your place where you're watching from. Now, a very interesting question to begin with is coming from Divyansh Rometra, right? So, do you think that the person sells himself even though is the idea, let's say, for a startup is average? Oh, absolutely yes, right? People do business with people, right? They interact with people. They want to work with people, and subconsciously, the decisions happen based on the likeness of each other, right? And this is a very scientific thing. We've grown in communities, working with people, looking at each other, talking to each other, sharing stories, and we learned to subconsciously capture, that those signals that make us trust each other. So whether you like it or not, but the fact is that people love people, right? I have to trust you, I have to like you in order to be able to generate that possibility of listening to what you say. uh, and if you ask any investors also, if you're talking about startup scene in particular, if you talk about any investors, especially the angel investors, the most important thing that they look for is the people behind the idea, the team. And do they have, they look that do that do the team, does it have the experience, of course, but more importantly, do they have the mindset to solve it? So they have to, the founders in this process, they have to ensure that the investors like them, right? And salespeople also need to do that, and people who are looking for jobs, they also need to do that. The managers need to do that. So personal brand is absolutely important, and you cannot ignore this. You cannot downplay the importance of a personal brand. So the answer to your question is yes, the person has to sell himself. And I don't care what you are or who you are, whether you're a prime minister of the country, you have to make sure that people like you, right? And you have to connect with them at the emotional level. The logics and reasons come later on, right? Okay. So if you want me to review your LinkedIn profile, I would request you to let me know in the comment section, and probably share the link of your profile so that I can simply click on it and I can directly go to your LinkedIn profile, and then I'll review the profile and I'll share my views on it, that what you can change and how you can improve it. In the meantime, when you're letting me know, and of course the time is limited, so I'll not be able to go through a lot of profiles, probably 3 to 4. I'll try to go for 5 profiles probably, but you have to let me know in the comment sections if you want your profile to be reviewed live right now with me. Okay, so there is a question here. Somebody has made their name as personal branding consultant. You should be using your name. That's the first feedback that I'll give. Okay, so in the meantime, you are sharing the comments here, and then you're sharing your profiles. I wanted to give you 3-4 reasons why building a personal brand for professionals especially is very important. And I'm talking about the people who are in jobs, who are looking for to build their career in different industries, or create opportunities for themselves. So I was talking to somebody, a very senior person. He was about 50, 55 years old. He was been working with it in the industry for about 30 years now. And the designation, that the current designation this person had, was director, right? Now, when I was talking to this person, and definitely we were exploring the opportunities and the possibility that if we can take over their LinkedIn profile and build some personal brand out of it. Now, what he told me is that he's grown to that level. So you understand that in the corporate hierarchy, it's like a pyramid, right? The opportunities, the jobs at the top are very less. Okay, and at the bottom they are more, because the salary packages and experience required, and you don't need a lot of managers, right? You don't need a lot of strategy people. You need a lot of execution people. And when you grow up, you become a leader, you become a manager, or you become a strategy person, right? So the opportunities are not that much. So what happened with this gentleman was that he told me that, okay, I have built expertise in a particular industry, and there are only 2 to 3 companies now who do the similar kind of work, right? I've been working in the individual contributor capacity, and I've done well. But the vertical that I was handling, this vertical, now government has come up with regulations, and this vertical is almost dead. So what is happening for past 2.5 years? I'm not able to perform that well, and that is creating a pressure on me from the company side. The problem is that I no longer have any opportunity within the company either to grow or to move laterally. But when I look outside the company also, there are only 2 more companies who are at the stature who can hire me at the position that I am and offer me the package that I'm looking for or I'm getting at the moment. But the problem is that I cannot approach these companies because my designation is too big. The moment I approach these companies and ask for a job, I'm reducing my market value. I'm reducing the market value by at least half. So that's like the situation that I'm in. And unfortunately, I've done a lot in my career, but there is nothing that I have documented, right? And I cannot have 35 years of my experience going into a resume, or even before the resume is asked for. The challenges that I'm going to have is that why these companies at least would call me for an interview. So there's something called headhunting, that these big positions are done. So these companies go on social media, they find out people who are working in particular industries, particular domain, for certain experience in the designations, and then they scout these people, and then they filter them based on the requirement, and then they approach, right? So that's a very critical process that you need to understand. So when these HR professionals of these companies are looking for a profile, and if you have nothing written on your LinkedIn, your Facebook, on social media about you, have not been sharing anything, your profile is not updated, that is going to be a big problem for you. So you will not be shortlisted in the resume funnel, right? You will not get an opportunity to discuss what you've done and how beneficial you can be for the company. And that's a critical situation. So this gentleman that I'm talking about, he was exactly in that position, and that is scary, honestly. That after working 35 years in the industry, you reach at a position wherein you're not able to grow within the organization. The market has changed, the law has changed, and no longer you can survive in the job that you already have. So either you'll be fired within 6 to 8 months, or you create a backup for yourself. Unfortunately, you have not documented anything outside of your small network. Nobody knows you, nobody knows your work, and you're too big at a designation to approach companies for the job, right? And that's a big a scary problem. So definitely there is a solution, but we got to be understanding that this is a situation that is happening today. So I can share a lot of data with you. In fact, approximately 67% of the HR professionals now, before calling somebody for an interview, actually go on social media and browse through their profiles, and based on what they see on social media, especially on LinkedIn, on your profile, they decide whether they're going to call you for an interview or not, right? So that's very critical, and no people can escape from there. Okay. So Vivek says, I like your post and how you respond to questions. It makes me think about how we approach interviews. Okay. So I'm back now. In fact, I had an internet glitch. One of the main problems that you face when you're working from home. So okay, one of the broadcast is not going somewhere. So let me check it for the technical difficulties. What's wrong? What's wrong? Mm, I'm not sure if I'm live. Something tells me that I'm off. Okay, so let's try this again. And this call.